how social and how really to go into some of the social trends, but how social networks are also obviously, they're on the increase, but how social networks changing, and how we connect with people online differently to how we are connecting with people on a one-on-one basis, and how we join interest groups specific to us. So you're able to find an tiny world and access in a tiny group of people through social networks, whether it's your interest group, whether it's your family, whether it's your professional network, you're able to do this now completely virtually. And that's very important also from a consumer point of view because of recommendations, trends, by the different movements. It's all powered through social networks. But then also looking at another thing to consider is anonymity as well. So that's also had a social networks have also had enough interest in anonymity online. So, on the one hand, some communities want to remain incredibly anonymous, so that when I'm online, it's always escapism and I can do my own thing. So I have an avatar in the North Broadcast and I have a name. No one knows that I'm level 396 and Kenyan, whatever, and stuff. Whereas, I'm just whatever in real life. Or some people want to completely use social networks to boost their real life persona, and they want to blog and tweet and the online is always an extension of them, and the content actually becomes quite curated because it's about who I am and will stay with me, so it's also these kind of juxtapositions. And also looking at kind of niche social networks as well, and how social networks have kind of become more and more niche, but also try and to also become more seamless as well, so that you're able to filter content as well through many different social networks, and also be able to choose what kind of content you want to access at the right time, because there's a limit to how many Twitter followers you can have or people you can follow, and you really can't interact with every single person on Facebook unless you don't really have enough else to do if you have that 1,500 friends. Because the economic alternatives are not there. So yeah, I think also social networks will change so they are increasing filtering mechanisms and still use I think much better methods for us to treat data from our social lives and our online lives, so that we can find and choose that community. And I think also there's a massive trend that because of the internet, is that the power in terms of especially in a social context, power has had a massive shift from the business or the brand to the consumer. And apart from other examples, but if you think about television, I mean, how many do you remember as a kid, and you used to fight your parents at 7 o'clock, the program was on, and you didn't want to eat stuff today, and you didn't want to do your tools, because that was your only choice. SAPC published or MS published a timetable, and Friends was on at this time, or whatever, and that was where it was going to be shown. And it was dictated by the organization or the brand or the content owner when you were allowed to consume that content. So in the 80s, restaurants closed came out because it was doubtful business secrets. And I remember that from when I was a kid, because content dictated how consumers live their lives. And restaurants knew, well, no one's going to come up with that because it's doubtful business night. So we might as well just be closed. Whereas now, we've got, I don't have a television. I've got an intelligent trying to tell me that I need a subscription service to watch absolute rubbish. I'm like, no way. I've got the internet. You can watch whatever you want on demand. I am in charge of the content that I want to see. Curated content is recommended to me by friends. I don't need ads to tell me that I need to watch a new series. I'll find out about a series from my friends. I will pause and record the programs and choose when and where and how I want to consume content. I'll look at content, if it is live, maybe online, and I can think about it at the same time. So you have this confluence of social media on different devices, and this is presenting massive challenges for big brands and corporates. So if I'm DSTV, how do I get my customers to still be my customers? Because they have so much choice. They can watch whatever they want. They can do multiple things multiple times. And how do you... So there's a lot of analytics and intelligence now being built in to try and retain customers, especially around digital and recommendation engines. So that's how an entire industry is completely changing. And it's really being driven by consumers. You also, this is it's never been cheaper to start a business than it is right now. You can start a business with virtually your own money, and that's because it is, the price of hardware, the price of data, the price of storage of data is so much lower than when it was, even 5, 10, 15 years ago. So the barriers to entry to starting an online business or to the access to something, to building something, are very, very low. So this is why there's also been a rise and proliferation of small businesses, which is also changing kind of demographics and economics. And then also this entire shift where you've got kind of these aging, stagnant populations in developed countries, where they certainly are markets there for different products and services, but you've got these massive growth economies with very young, vibrant populations, who are very economically active. India, Brazil, China, Turkey, Indonesia, and Africa as well. So how do you tap into those consumers and give them a product or service that they really want? And then also things like sustainability. Sustainability about your business is no longer, I think everyone's realized that their business has to be sustainable. It's no longer, if charity says we will give me some money, I would like to know what they are going to do to make it more sustainable. So, everyone from non-profits to aid organizations to society, businesses have to be sustainable, and it's not always about just being profitable in order to be sustainable. It's about being sustainable in every aspect of the business. It's about operating ethically. It's about operating in a green manner. So I think this is something that's also completely changed how things are done. And this is an interesting business, which is a social network. I heard the founder speak this morning at their conference, and it's called One. And the entire business is based on the power of asynchronous connection. So if you've done any reading on languages, you'll know that most of the opportunities that you'll actually be exposed to in your life come from asynchronous connections or loose ties. So associates who you don't necessarily see that regularly, but when you do see, you share a lot of information, and it's often because you do come from different social circles and maybe different disciplines, or maybe different backgrounds, or maybe different regions in the country. So it's through those loose connections that you make the most valuable contact. Because if I am very good friends with someone, I'm using the same social circles as them, so I often am exposed to the same opportunities as they are. Or if I'm exposed to a new opportunity, because I'm within the same social circle, I automatically assume they will be exposed to the same opportunities. So I'm telling them about it. So, sometimes, all of us have had these conversations, and it's like, but I didn't know that. Why did you tell me? And you speak to someone who speaks fairly regularly, and something major has happened, and then I said, I thought I mentioned it to you. Why didn't you tell me you didn't know what I was talking about? And we all had that same conversation, and because you have shared content and shared things, then you make assumptions, and that's when you lose out on an opportunity. So this entire, sorry, I got sidetracked there. This entire social media is based on the power of asynchronous connections. So what you do is you create your profile and it sends high value connections on the profile. So for instance, it would be the Senior Vice President of Virgin Marketing. And you're someone who's trying to raise money to do a voyage on the South Pole to raise awareness to global warming. You can then pay a sum of money to send an email introduction to the VP of Virgin Marketing. So you're not going to just spam email everyone on the mailing list. You're going to have to interact with that person very selectively. You're going to have to personalize that email, and they guarantee that you'll have a response. And the VP of Marketing from Virgin says, right, well, if someone wants to email me, it will cost them $20 or $50, and I am willing to accept 5 emails a month. I can only answer and respond to 5 emails, so I will. And so maximum $100. And then what will happen to that money is that commissions obviously taken to operate the site, but then say 20%, so that $80 of the $100 raised from those 5 email instructions will be given to a charity of their choice. So they feel like they're donating their time to help others, but the money that they've how they value their time will go to a charity of their choice. So it's hard to do a social network where you can use asynchronous connections, but at the same time, it has a social impact or social growth and it's a business sustainable. So it's not just another method. So that kind of also brings me to, it's sometimes if you tap into trends, you can also differentiate your business. And businesses are either better, cheaper, different, or new. So that's basically, you do one or 2 of them. You should never try to do all 4. It's just too much risk. But I would also be quite wary of just being cheaper if you're going to compete with someone. So it's better, different, cheaper. Yeah, better, different, cheaper, or new. And even with new, they're actually not that many completely new in the next business market. Sometimes again you run into that problem when you have to actually spend a lot of time teaching them to come up. But this is how their social network are different. Okay. Then also this social marketing is really about recycling and upcycling. And I think it's actually kind of not necessarily a local thing, but something that I've really noticed on the internet, and people just like made on paper, and I don't know how many of you have seen these natural lights, which are made out of plastic containers. So this is how do you create value, a valuable item with material that would otherwise be used or recycled or waste. And I think this is something that's quite powerful. And people actually attribute a high value to an item which is recovered and which is made out of something different. So this is also something to consider if you, and how do you use existing materials or is there new materials? So it's not just about being a green business because you're using stuff from scratch, but you're also green if you're recycling but in an innovative way. And then health and wellness is also a massive trend internationally, especially in developing markets. With older consumers, they're now getting to kind of the 60s, 70s, but they're living in their era. They're now developing health problems, and so they have to be more health conscious. The health and wellness is having a massive impact on industries like vitamins and supplements, yoga, alternative lifestyle, treatment, tourism, fast foods. People don't want, they want healthier options, they want salads, and they want smoothies, they don't want burgers and fries. So this kind of trade about health and wellness and culture different clinical effects on a lot of different groups. And what is this the gamification of fitness? And I don't know how many of you do fitness that, but it's like using technology to track how fast did you run, how far did you run, where are you in comparison to your goals, and what is your time like versus your previous time, where are you in comparison to your friends. You can track like my runs, so you can map different running tools to send it out to your running and use that as a sort of collaboration tool. So the gamification of fitness and this using technology to tap into this whole health and wellness trend is something that we're seeing more.